Hi and welcome to this episode of the weekly show at ThePrint, where we discuss the great national security or regional security issue of the week. I'm Praveen Swami, I'm National Security Editor. I'm joined today by my colleague Ananya Bhattacharya, who covers all things counterterrorism and to do with the intelligence service for us, and with a very special guest, Mr. D.P. Sinha, Special Director at the Intelligence Bureau and a legend in the counterterrorism world. We're going to be discussing the extraordinary the last couple of days, a terrible, horrific bombing in Jaipur carried out by the Indian Mujahideen with an acquittal. This is, of course, one of the biggest cases in the country, part of a string of urban terrorist bombings. And the acquittal, the judge is passing some very harsh comments about the police investigation in the case and letting loose four people who were sentenced earlier to death.
Now, I will start by telling you that in the year 2008 was very bad for the country so far as the counterterrorism scenario was concerned. A large number of serial bomb blasts had taken place in Ahmedabad, a failed serial bomb blast in Surat, serial bomb blast in Jaipur, then serial bomb blast in Delhi. So we had become mad that as to who are these people who are doing this, and we are not able to catch them. So our efforts in conjunction with the efforts put in by Uttar Pradesh police, the Maharashtra police, the Delhi police, the Gujarat police, and the Madhya Pradesh police, it culminated in the famous, or you can say infamous, Batla House encounter. You must be remembering that Batla House encounter. And that opened the way for arrest of so many of these terrorists who used to call themselves Indian Mujahideen, and send email before each incident. I still very vividly recall that on the day of the Batla House encounter, one of the accused persons who has also been acquitted now, Mohammed Saif, I still remember his name. He was brought to the Lodi Road police station, and in the evening, I had gone to talk to him. You know, when the Batla House encounter took place, Saif had positioned himself in the toilet of that flat. So he was saved and he was arrested. So I think was the first person to talk to him when he had come to the Lodi Road police station. I asked him that why you are doing this. You know, you will be shocked to hear what he answered me. He said me, sir, आपने वो एक टीवी पे प्रोग्राम आता है India's Most Wanted. आपने देखा है कि नहीं देखा है? I said yes, I have watched that program. Sir, मेरी इच्छा थी कि मैं भी वहां पर आऊं उस प्रोग्राम में और मेरी फोटो दिखाई जाए कि one of the India's most wanted. So I was really shocked that this man who is involved in so many of the serial blasts, he's talking like this. And so he was like a parrot telling everything, that how did he manage to do the blasts in Dashasomed Ghat, in Shramjeevi, so many cases he mentioned in Jaipur, Ahmedabad, Delhi, and he was an expert. He said that we used to assemble the bombs. But in case of the Jaipur bomb blast, he told that we had carried the bombs from Delhi and planted there, came back in the evening by the Shatabdi. So it was a watertight case. I don't know. I am really shocked to know that what happened, that when the accused persons are handed over to the local police on a platter for charge sheeting them and prosecuting them, and this is the final result. If you go to, Praveen, you have forwarded me the long judgment of the High Court. I cursorily went through the judgment. In para 117, the judge has mentioned that though we are giving this verdict, we are also aware that the agony which the public and the victims, public in general and victims in particular, have undergone, we also are aware of that. but we can't prosecute them or we can't sentence them in absence of credible evidence, which is a requirement under the legal system. So I am aghast that what the police has done, why they have not been able to connect the dots when they had got the correct persons and they were handed over to them on a platter. So this is my observation. Yes, Ananya, you wanted to ask something.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, the judgment categorically mentions that the case is based, the investigation in fact is based on circumstantial evidence heavily. But in a case like this, where there's circumstantial evidence, you really have to prove that that circumstance was really there to prove someone guilty. Now in this case, the entire case, you might said, a lot of it was based on his disclosure statement, what he told the police. And the judgment also mentions that you cannot really base the entire investigation on one statement that has been given to the police without really corroborating it with proper evidence. And that is what happened in this case. If we are saying that the bail is established by taking up into names, there are no place from the court. If we are saying that these bicycles were bought from these respective shops, there are no bail. Then the number that was on the bicycle is not matching with the number that was recovered from the spot. In fact, things like that he pointed towards the last spot is taken as evidence, which is quite bizarre because later on everybody knows that where the blast happened. You can't take it as evidence.
Sunita, I have a follow-up question for you. In your long experience of counterterrorism investigations, we have seen the country's intelligence services on many occasions solve cases. With credible evidence, I know you cannot discuss, that is intelligence. But we have seen in many of these cases, we have seen this happen that eventually the police end up not succeeding in convictions, making many errors in prosecuting the case. Why is this problem? Why is this problem repeatedly coming?
You know, the prosecution depends on the Indian Evidence Act. It has so many facets, like what Ananya told, circumstantial evidence. That is one part. Then you have a statement of witnesses under 161. You have a statement of witnesses under 164. There are eyewitnesses who will say that, yes, we saw that person, or they can give you a physical description. If they have bought bicycle, then the statement of the shop owner that which bicycle he sold. There are so many things. So it is a clear case that the investigating agency has not taken into account to match what was there on the ground and what they have collected. You have to take painstaking effort in order to solve these, to prosecute these cases, to charge sheet these cases. These are not normal cases. Human lives have been lost. Innocent human lives have been lost. So you have to be extra cautious while you are investigating such cases. You will acknowledge, Praveen and Ananya, that after these people were caught, all the blasts, they stopped. What does it mean? That they were there, correct people who had been caught. The recoveries made of the IEDs in Karnataka, where it was being assembled, all those things. So you have to assimilate everything and present in a credible manner to the judge. If you don't do it, then only God can help you. You cannot succeed in getting, you can say, conviction of the accused persons. And the state police has to be extra cautious in dealing with such cases which are of national importance. It is not a normal case.
So is it lack of awareness with the police officers? They don't have legal knowledge. They don't have enough experience. Is it that they are too lazy to do it? What is the real cause of it, and how can it be addressed? Because otherwise, things will keep happening. Like we saw in Chabla case, those guys also got acquitted. In this case, now we are seeing 4 people got acquitted. The families are never going to get closure.
I will tell you that this was a very genuine problem at that time. This was a very genuine problem because the state police or the Thana police or the state CID, they are involved in investigating routine cases. They don't come across such cases. So you will recall that the National Investigation Agency, NIA, was established after the Mumbai terror attacks. And now all such terror cases are assigned to NIA, who have expertise in investigating such cases. So I can say with a great hope that now onwards, you will not find that such important cases are failing, because we have professional investigators in the NIA drawn from different state police forces and from paramilitary forces, and they are investigating in a very, very professional manner. So now we hope that in the Indian context, the cases of terrorism will not fail. This is my hope.
Sir, a further question to that. I mean, one of the things we saw in the 2611 case was that the NIA and the Intelligence Bureau worked very, very closely together in getting various kinds of information, leads, developing those leads, and that eventually led to a successful prosecution of the case, even though many of the main perpetrators and much of the evidence was in Pakistan, which is a closed country for our police services. Do you believe that in other important cases, because of egos or politics or other reasons, there has been lack of cooperation between the state police and the intelligence services that has undermined some of these cases?
You know, one-upmanship, I can call it bluntly. This is everywhere, not only in the Indian context. I have seen in the context of CIA and FBI. They also privately used to tell me that please don't tell this to the other people, my cousins. So this is not in the Indian context. This is human nature. You cannot just by an official order, you can say that no, there will be no competition. There will be healthy competition between agencies. It is said it can be said on paper, but when you come to brass tacks, it's very, very difficult. So when it is a case of national, even in the case of 2611, I was personally involved and we cooperated with the investigating agency, the Mumbai crime branch. We had cooperated with them, but that cannot happen on a regular basis. You know, there are so many cases in the country. If the intelligence agency start monitoring and cooperating with the state police in each case, then they will lose track of their basic job, and it will not be a very, very healthy development. So their duty they should do. Our duty we should do. We can meet only in exceptional circumstances. And one-upmanship that is always there, that the other state police should not become the first to go to the press to tell that we have cracked this case. This is happening among the different state police forces.
Ananya, a question for you as a reporter who often visits families both of terror victims and of terrorists on the ground. Important, or one of the things that always happens after every case in India is also conspiracy theories and stories go around. And the whole point of a criminal trial is not just that the convicted go to jail, but that the truth is told about whatever happened and it settles the debate. Is it your experience that these collapsed convictions and so on fuel theories even more, that people start disbelieving in the state? I mean, how does this play out?
Before Ananya tells, I will tell her one more thing, that what we are seeing today is a media trial. Before any case, media gives its own judgment, whether it is right or wrong, we don't know. But when the media starts telling that, yes, this person is guilty or this person is not guilty, people believe them. So that is also causing very, very heavily in the criminal justice system. Even we can say the judge's mind, they are also affecting the judge's mind. So media trial, I am told that it is very, very, very dangerous.
I will return to this question, sir, and I accept that there is a need for some self-reflection by journalists. But Ananya, on the earlier question, what is the public fallout of these kinds of convictions?
First, I mean, the first reaction is that of helplessness. So many years have passed. When these people were arrested, they had some sense of hope that justice will be done, right? These are the people who have been arrested, they are behind bars. When they walk out, as free men, now these people don't know who really is their candidates. And there's 71 of them who got killed in these blasts and 80 got killed. So there is a sense of helplessness, disbelief in the system. And most of whom are women, speak to them, some of them have still again fight the battle for a higher against this order. Some of them have just because they have accepted that much about it. Most of them don't even have the means to find it out in the court anymore. So it has been so long, and it's just, as I said in the earlier comments, that they don't do it. And this happens most of the time. And one important point I want to make, not just the police laxity or lack by them, it is also the in most of in this case as well, at the trials, prosecutors used to be included one of the persons who was the owner of the vehicle shops was taken or was purchased. So that person was not called in for the prosecution. Now, these people are not aware. I think are so important when the case goes to trial. So that is what the court is also doing. It is not just prosecution that plays a very important role for a case that leads to convictions or ultimately leads to it.
A question that then sort of flows from this is, we've often seen a culture before 2008 where, because of political pressure, because of lack of resources, police were simply under a lot of pressure to arrest somebody and say, okay, it's over. Even in this case, in this Indian Mujahideen case, before the correct suspects were caught by you, already in the Bombay blast, some other people trained on which these were carried out. Already some other people have been arrested in that case, and that trial is going on. Do you believe we have done enough, given that not every case can be prosecuted by the NIA? We have done enough to invest in our state forces, to prepare them to handle complex investigations and ensure justice for the people?
I can tell you one thing, that when a serious incident takes place, the local police is under severe, intense pressure to solve. It is from the political side, from public, from members of public, from the media. So we have seen that. And, after all, they are also human beings. And one thing I can tell you, that whatever they do, they never want to frame innocent persons. But at that point of time, they think that these people are the real perpetrators. And they collect all the evidence. And even in this Jaipur case, when these people have been acquitted, I am 101% sure that there was no intention on part of the policeman to do a shoddy investigation so that these people get free. It is, you can say, their professional incompetence or their lack of vision, and all those things were there. So that resulted in this thing. Even the judge in his judgment has written that he has full sympathy, but in absence of credible evidence. What is credible evidence? It is based on the Indian Evidence Act, and the investigators, their duty is to collect credible evidence. What Ananya told was not only circumstantial evidence, but direct evidence from TI parade, from statement of witnesses. There are so many things. You have to make the case foolproof. And the local investigator, they think that they are able to satisfy the local judge at the lowest level. They think that now our job is done, but they don't know that the scrutiny is at a higher level, at the High Court level, at the Supreme Court level. So you have to be very, very professional. I can give you a small personal example. One of the judges who tried Kasab in the Supreme Court, he told me that in my entire judicial career, I have not seen such a good case brought before me, which watertight case.
This is the Pakistani terrorist Ajmal Kasab who
Yes.
through a Churchgate station, killing many people on
Yes.
the night of 26.
So, if Ajmal Kasab can be convicted, who were the witnesses? He was also like he was killing spree. He went on and then he was caught by the great Tukaram Ombole. He sacrificed his life, but he caught this Kasab. And his sacrifice of life brought to the notice of the entire world that, see here, the Pakistanis, they are involved in perpetrating terror incidents in India. Otherwise, all 10 would have died, and Pakistan would have told that, no, these people are Hindus. They have what is called that sacred thread they are wearing on their hands, and you are blaming us. So it was a sacrifice of Tukaram Ombole. But anyway, I'm talking about the evidence which was collected by Mumbai Crime Branch and the charge sheet and the dossiers which we sent to Pakistan. And finally, Supreme Court upheld the execution of Ajmal Kasab. He was sentenced to death. So we can build up watertight case. But in this case, I also feel slightly slighted that after so much of effort, we have caught the Indian Mujahideen and we were able to stop the spree of killing by these people. We have not been able to get their conviction in this particular case. I'm also very sad. Yes.
Is that apart from collection of evidence, which is very, very important in the case, it's also procedure, how you do it. If you have some technical evidence, then you give it like the certificate,
This is for the computers and so on.
Yes, etc. Technical evidence, electronic evidence, that certificate is required. Without that certificate, that evidence holds no value. So procedure also is equally important because I have seen reporting in so many years that most of these cases fall on small procedures. So that is what I feel to be sensitized and trained more for. That if you're collecting evidence, you're putting in so much effort, you have to keep in mind as well. So that is very important.
Well, thank you, Sinha Saab. Thank you, Ananya, for making the point. This Indian Mujahideen story, however, is very far from over. In fact, Asif, the person acquitted in this case, has been convicted in another case in Surat. There are many other cases ongoing in the country.
Atif Amin is no longer, he was shot dead in the encounter.
Yes, 2008, 2023, we are still watching these cases unfold, which is another tragic story about the slowness of the criminal justice system. But we'll be back with you following this story as it unfolds, and we'll definitely drag you back, Sinha Saab, memories.
You know, all after retirement from government, I have been in the Central Information Commissioner, so my touch with counterterrorism is now very old.
Sir, I can say with confidence that your contact may be smaller, but certainly your memory of these legendary cases has not faded at all. I still use you as a reference book quite regularly. And we look forward to having you back. Thank you, Sinha Saab. Thank you, Ananya.